let's put it this way. I don't know if I'm doing. I should probably just go with the song requested. I looked up Malibu Ken, uh, and for the song Tuesday, but I see there's an entire thing here. So channel's prerogatives do the whole thing.
I'm the World Weekly News bat child. Beelining ash powder, ash pile. For every ghost climbing out the flat file. Every gaff, every lone spaz in a snack aisle. Cracked out, don't touch that dial ever. These trapdoors forecast quagmire weather, but it's worth it. From cobras out to kiss them on the cheek, to snatching victory from out the jaws of imminent defeat. The phone ping from a pillow fort in a corn maze. I don't have a horse in your war games. I don't even really like horses. I like wild orchids and neighbors with wide orbits. Electric fence and pets that tend to pretty much ignore us. We headbutt in the mornings, then report to separate corners. Trimming, you're killing me, Smalls. The fist balls up. I pull my hood down. I got some more.
All right, you're killing me, Smalls. I mean, so here, just a little bit earlier in the bars, I realized some of it is all of the. I hope it seemed like all of that advanced vocabulary is sometimes making some very simple statements. Sometimes, I hope this is obvious and I'm not just a goofball. The music style being, I don't know if any of the bars reference the music style itself, but I think, what was it?
On the cheek to snatching victory from out the jaws of imminent defeat. The phone ping from a pillow fort in a corn maze. I don't have a horse in your.
Yeah, like all of that. A phone ping from a pillow fort in your corn maze. Kind of maybe all of that could just, talk about off the beaten track, obscurity, being slept on. I don't know. I don't know because I'm not that guy. But I figured I would take a little shot at the beginning. It's not just listening. I really do put a shit ton of thought into it. And I needed to stop his googly eyes looking at me right away. I might look away a lot. The googly eyes are getting me. I don't like googly eyes.
Board games. I don't even really
or board games.
Like horse maze. I don't have a horse in your war games. I don't even really like horses.
Sorry, I don't think he said board games. Horse and what?
I don't have a horse in your war games.
War games. I don't like them either. But yeah, I know. I mean, I guess I'd rather play Risk, not Monopoly.
I don't even really like horses. I like wild orchids and neighbors with wide orbits. Electric fence and pets that tend to pretty much ignore us. We headbutt in the mornings, then report to separate corners. Trimming, you're killing me, Smalls. The fist balls up. I pull my hood down. I got some walls up. Walls up.
Yeah, I can't look at this.
I keep my coat on. I got some walls up. Chicks down, walls up. I cut the lights off. Every day I wake up in a gallon of sweat. Puke blood, hit the shower, turn to Malibu Ken. While you were asking all your lackeys, are we jackals or men? I've been a sorcery authority, should catch if they can. Mostly a master of none. Come try the coffee, it's burnt. He type of chapter, it sucks. Top it, I'm off the end world. Pick a one horse.
That's funny. He's got burnt coffee. That's the only thing I'm missing. Hold on. And the garbage man came. So now I'm overly prepared. I didn't know what I would find when I ventured into the corn maze to begin with. It says it down there. I got a filter on there, but it says it. The graphic there, the Malibu Ken made out of flesh. That's drippy meat. I don't know. That's that and the snot coming out of his mouth and nose are really gonna be a challenge. Okay. The beat is not something I'm used to. So it's hitting like insanity.
Puke blood, hit the shower, turn to Malibu Ken. While you were asking all your lackeys, are we jackals and men? I've been a sorcery authority, should catch if they can. Mostly a master of none. Come try the coffee, it's burnt. He type of chapter, it sucks. Top it, I'm off the end world. Pick a one horse town, 4 horsemen got his number. I feed each one the others, camouflaged in fluffernutters. The $1 million free jazz speak in a secret garden. Some people.
Have I heard him use fluffernutter before? I know it though. Hey, what's that? Peanut butter and the marshmallow fluff sandwiches. Is that like an East Coast thing? It's not on my list. No fluffernutter sandwiches on my bucket list. But come to think of it, if I had some marshmallow cream and some Nutter Butter cookies and dipped them together, I could make a facsimile of the sandwich. It's just the bread that turns me off. This is going to get complicated.
Free jazz speak in a secret garden. Some people think it's freakish, but they can't deny the harvest. It's funny when they're later made to celebrate the shit they said was garbage. It only showed us cityhood on Marcus. Are we Donatello's David or delicate frozen Charlottes? Even David's knowing Arthur often will be no catharsis. The voices in my head still talk tough. I go to bed stoned. I got some walls up. Walls up.
Got walls up.
I keep my coat on.
Oh, like I'm so complicated, I'm a corn maze, and you gotta find me lost in the middle of it. Maybe? Maybe?
Chicks down, rolls up. I cut the lights off. In a lavish rabbit hole with no rabbits. Young dumb dust bunnies jump into traffic. Casually gussied up and done, feeling unsung and savage. Punk, we have come for your cabbage. I'm bad news, travel like a rat through your cabinet. Spaz.
Damn it. It hit too close to home right there. This is fire, and I'm not just on the first track. I'm 2.5 minutes into the first track. But that last part was kind of cool. I like that. I like rabbit hole references, and I had an opportunity to chase cabbage today. An artist that I do on the channel was, I'll give you $50 if you do this. And I pumped out. I decided I said, I literally am not, I don't want it, but I'll do the reaction because you're on my channel. And, if I could, it's not today. It's not, the person, the requester of this track or the next track or this whole experience is just a couple of you. But if ever that moment comes where the channel breaks free from its algorithmic obscurity and the language faux pas, because I don't double check what I say. I just unclick the box. Just click the boxes and go, right? Turns out we can say most anything you want. They're just gonna punish you if you want to get paid for it. No, you just say what you gotta say. Realize that you're going deeper than the next guy, and I have no idea what's going on here. I just know this was cool.
In a lavish rabbit hole with no rabbits. Young dumb dust bunnies jump into traffic. Casually gussied up and done, feeling unsung and savage. Punk, we have come for your cabbage. I'm bad news.
Yeah, I really like that part. I threw that, even though I know it's not. I took that all personally.
Travel like a rat through your cabinet. Spaz. 24 pads full of scabs. Off in a false ad, full plaid, all dander. Blast off, black jackdaws on his antlers. Zero faithers, we really fear his neighbors. Someday we'll find a way to make these billionaires obey us. Someday we'll learn a subdivision gaudier than reprobates who sit around depressed and guess the order of the Tetris reign. With biblical misreckoning, son of surly Satan torn asunder. Private number, public urination. We socialize with pundits who encompass all the wrong stuff. I count the bread quick. I got some walls up. Walls up.
That's all.
I keep my coat on. I got some walls up. Chips down, walls up. I'll cut the lights off.
Corn maze. Okay, Tuesday is what was requested, so we're gonna 10 minutes in for a 3-minute song. Maybe I can listen more, maybe I can't. We're just gonna keep going. I'm feeling that today, so this is gonna just be one thing. I might pause a few times so my hour and a half isn't your hour and a half. So outside of the googly eyes, the snot, the crazy picture, the logo, the flesh, the drips, the insane beat, which is, you're like, wah! The substance alone makes it really worth hanging out for. I'm assuming Aesop writes his own, lyric. I mean, it sounds like him because he's kind of unique. But to be fair, what brought us here was some artists that seemed to be either inspired by Aesop or kind of working on that same kind of thesaurus flow that this artist got. Now, is Tobacco the person laying down the beats? I only ask because I'm learning about a producer through Upchurch and his new album coming out, and Kalani on the beats, and the dude has been nothing but like respectful to a channel that don't get him no hits. So as I'm saying to anybody here at the beginning, I'm going for the whole thing, right? I mean, shadow banning and all, the channel just keep growing. Have I asked you for a sub yet? Okay, Tuesday. Maybe I'll ask next Tuesday. Tuesday is the song that was requested, so here we go. This is what we're actually here for, but we're doing the whole thing.
There's something you should probably know before we go too far. My neighbor found a mushroom growing inside of my car. She called me up on tour, sounding emotionally scarred, although it may have scared her more that I wasn't really alarmed. The dandruff in a shaken globe is fit to gild a manger. The pizza faces, pepperoni, carbuncle, and caper. On bunions and contusions, bumps, lumps, and bruises, discoloring and other things I can't reach with a loofah. Not a butcher, not a baker. Pick a booger with a basic evolutionary failure. I do not open mail, I do not answer phones. The fridge is pretty much a home for mayonnaise alone. Watch a pocket knife surgeon cut a cyst out in the kitchen. It's the cousin.
Sure, if you didn't understand who was hiding at the middle of the corn maze, they're going to explain it to you now. I think. At least that's my takeaway so far. Just a little more palatable than the last one, even though I thought the last one was good. I just had beat, man. That fucking burned in my brain. Like, it's in there.
To acutely removing his own mail, I do not answer phones. The fridge is pretty much a home for mayonnaise alone. Watch a pocket knife surgeon cut a cyst out in the kitchen. It's the cousin to acutely removing his own stitches in a pinch. Kool-Aid ooze at his toothache. Mushroom growing in the car, it's just another Tuesday.
Yeah, so then I do think I get some of it, because like if I'm a simple rapper, I'm like, and my flaws, they do define me. And over here we've got, bunions, boils, bruises, and blisters. But we're still just talking about the facade that defines us, maybe. Ooh, gosh, golly gee whiz. I'm probably 100% wrong. All opinions are for entertainment purposes, as always. But that's my takeaway so far. Fuck it. I mean, if I'm gonna listen to the most complicated lyrical structure in any music I listen to, I might as well see if it's not completely going over my head.
Growing in the car, it's just another Tuesday.
That's a
Tuesday. Tuesday. And if you were in for a spell where it falls into an order, you can help that. Well, yeah. No. On one hand, it's pretty gross. On the other, it's sorta like a pretty desert rose. How against all odds, whether wet, dry, night or day, garden, pigsty, or cave, life science finds a way. Boxed in, vegged out, box in a hen house. Gray stained teeth say cheese through a trench mouth. Cheese, chase dreams with the hellbound. Posture suitable for a job in the bell tower. One plate, one fork, itty bitty lamp. I would offer you a drink, but I literally can't. It feels like you're camping when you're sitting on the can, where the crib is always simulated living in a van. A little light cleaning, keep the spiders off his eating. Maybe one day he'll go deeper, really exercise the demon at the root. I'm in the sofa cushions over loose change, black mold bathtub, homie, it's a Tuesday.
You can literally find your own beauty in the depths of that disgusting despair, depending on your position of looking at it. That's what I got from that one. Also, dealing with what appeared to be, low. Now, see, I'm fucking gorgeous. I knew this, right? I've known. Kidding. I'm fucking playing. Dealing with anything and then having it be that, say, maybe waxed about poetically in your bars, but dealing with imperfections in the cards dealt to us.
Tuesday.
And I mean, it's just a Tuesday. Shit, we're gonna have to go start over on Wednesday, motherfucker.
Tuesday. Tuesday. And if you're waiting for a spell where it falls into an order, you can help that. Well, yeah. No. I can't even keep a cactus alive when I'm present. When I'm gone, it's a groundbreaking botanical epic. From desolate to little shop of horrors in a second. It's weird knowing life thrives more when you exit. The trouble man cuddle with a duffel bag of loose cash.
There you go. See, I think that's deep as shit, right? The little shop of Seymour, Suddenly Seymour. That's my favorite song in there. It's great. The plant's crazy, love it. But then the line right after that basically saying, hey, life flourishes pretty well without our hands stuck in it. That's very interesting.
Choose glass more when you exit. The trouble man cuddle with a duffel bag of loose cash. Choose glass scatterbrained, aspartame moustache. Mwah. Headlights dressed like a douchebag. Unsaid prayers on dead raccoon hat. Voice of the boiled over. Thick skull still throw his toys at a stroller. Piss black roof tar, bleed flat cherry coke. Very much another whack job with a megaphone. Very much another fat slob playing chess alone. Lesser known fetish porn, leftover Lexapro, etc. Everything's coming off those eggs. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday is Tuesday.
Awesome.
Tuesday. Tuesday.
That's funny.
Flat back, middle.
Before SOS here, I reflected on that. Actually, that song makes me think of that Tarantino and a couple of his actors talking, and whoever it was like struggling and couldn't say all the lines and all the horrible things. Like, I just don't know if I could do this and blah, blah, blah. And I thought the story went with Sam Jackson going, just, yo, mofo, this is a Tuesday. It's just another day. Do what you got to do. No matter how bad it gets, sometimes it is what it is. That's my takeaway from that one. So far so good. Some crazy stuff here.
Finger like a meerkat, moonstruck to bear.
There we go.
Ears flat back, middle finger like a meerkat, moonstruck to bear traps where his shoes was. Old goosebumps juke around a critical hit. Loose trucks and a civil unrest. The whole city got the quibble of a kibbles and bits. Keeping the pillory full, keeping the piss in the wind. I'm in the basement, mixing up the medicine with the wizard of it. If it deliver us from the grip of the grid, spelling save our ship with a stick in the sand. Pull a sock puppet up a six-fingered hand. Everybody Wang Chung with the spiritually bankrupt. Drank blood from the same cup he dumped change from. Doc Strange Love, lazy in the Lincoln logs, looking for some inkle and a wink and blink and nod instead of Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde. I know the goal is split the chrysalis wide. I'm only in it to hide. Come on. This news, clips in a shifty, crippled and misused. Pigs in the pews, stick move, face down, folk, recycle as fish food. All this news, metal in the water and men with split hooves. Homesick blues, win lose, money over shark fin soup and stiff booze. All this news. strawberry jelly, one glazed. One saucer of milk for the strays. None of his bills paid. All of his ill rhyme. Half of them uninsured. All of them film cops. Call of the wild kid. Trade a cow for seeds. I'm in the clown smelling blood from the carrots beneath. I trade a crown for teeth. Blaming an unrequited love. Might release hounds dressed up like doves. Out here pigs play metal like kettle drums. Turn a quick deli trip to a temple running belly laugh. Rebel tongues cover up a checkered past. All they really want.
Is that Metal Arc? Kettle drums? He really just go Globetrotters.
Towns dressed up like doves. Out here pigs play metal like kettle drums. Turn a quick deli trip to.
I don't know if that's true or not. I got to see that classic lineup when I was a child, so whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, I'm just saying. This is just there's a lot going on here. We're gonna get a couple in because.
A temple running belly laugh. Rebel tongues cover up a checkered past. All they really want is fertilizer for the lemongrass. Anyway, homie, don't give them a reason. Are we over coffee reading of your intimate evening with another ripened psychopath? Shopping for attention. You are not even a peasant. You're a notch and a weapon. This snooze. Clips in a shifty dribble to misuse. Pigs in the pews. Stick move. Face down boat. Recycle as fish food. All this snooze. This snooze. Metal in the water and men with split hooves. Homesick blues. Win lose, money over shark fin soup and stiff booze. All this snooze.
Now this seems kind of about save our ship, life, existence being the ship, in my opinion. Opinions for entertainment purposes only. And I mean you could be them pigs in the pew. You can think you're righteous, you can think you're good. Kind of all sounds like as below as above stuff. Like, I could do bad, I did some good, right? The whole indifference to it all as long as you get yours. And not everyone gets what they deserve. That's been co-opted from another side. When everyone starts getting what they need from a perspective of care, maybe the bailing out of our ship will be coming true. But that's kind of my takeaway on this one now that I'm listening and hearing a few of those. The pigs in the pews. I've been having a discussion at home about, here's the thing. So let's say you could get something good out of an organization. Then, unfortunately, doesn't the universe have kind of laws, like literally mathematical formulas that say for the amount of good, there's going to be at least an equal amount of negative or bad? So for every person freed by something mystical and otherworldly, and there are a couple that are entrapped by the dark side of it and their workings are harmful. That is, from a perspective of saving our ship. Instead of taking the captain's position and going down with it, what if getting everyone to shore was the goal? That's a lot to take out of something. I don't know if it's all there. I look at the album cover and I'm like, no, but I think that's there to scare away the straits.
Win lose, money over shark fin soup and stiff booze. All this snooze. All this snooze. All this snooze. Yeah.
Honestly, the music though, I need that mushroom from his car. I need to just dry that shit up. And go to town, cause.
Quills that are filterless. Document the wilderness from Silverfish to Gilgamesh. Trinity or 666. I'm busy trying to split the timber up before the winter. Get the money, skip.
Gilgamesh to Silverfish. From a dirty, damp basement all the ways to the annals of history.
To Gilgamesh, Trinity or 666. I'm busy trying to split the timber up before the winter. Get the money, skip his.
Oh no, I'm not completely off base. Because then you play the duality of the Judeo-Christian line there with the Trinity or the 666. Oh yeah, no, I like this one. This seems like there's all kinds of stuff you can get from it. I don't think I'm right. That would be arrogant. But I'm certainly hearing stuff.
To Gilgamesh, Trinity or 666. I'm busy trying to split the timber up for the winner. Get the money, skip his dinner. Headless chickens hither, thither. Plinging hooky, looking through the politician to the lizard. Are you seriously feeling like a citizen of prison?
Did he just say looking through the politician to the lizard? I mean, save our ship off Malibu Ken, Aesop Rock and Tobacco. Become Malibu Ken, I guess. Holy smokes, we're right up my alley for the time being. 100% on the same street? No, I haven't done this many hallucinogens. And honestly, the art could come from a totally sober perspective. My point is, that snot keeps shooting out of dude's head. You know what I mean? That keeps happening. But this is fire.
They're plinging hooky, looking through the politician to the lizard. Are you seriously feeling like a citizen or prisoner? Ain't no peaceful protest. The promenade most.
You're both. All citizens are prisoners because the freedom that you're granted is, has been bound by illusions and constructs.
Police with goat heads and no love. Look, loose dogs through Scooby-Doo fog, looking for any semblance of you log, let alone good jobs. Good folks settle for the pits, rent like a levitating witch. Got crows on the lawn, got steak for the hounds, got grays and tongues that don't stay in our mouths at first light. My nurse and a verse in our earth science, like this game comes with the worst prizes. This news, clips in a shift, you dribble and misuse. Pigs in the pews, stick move, face down focus like on a fish mode. All this knows, metal in the water and men with split hooves. Homesick blues, win lose, money over shark fin soup and stiff booze. All this news.
Trippy. Sword box.
What kind of bastion of trust hit the stage with a straight face and jacket full of doves? Where daisy-chained hankies vanish in a plastic thumbs. It was classic misdirection, so there's magic to the young, the masters of deception. The full force, quarter volunteer, pull a quarter at his ear in a recession. Pull a rabbit from a Stetson as a rapper, though it's basically the same exact profession. Watch, con artists give a fuck who the mark is, whether
Well, it's all there's labor and there's sales. I mean, does bookkeeping and paperwork fall into labor when you really get technical? But then there's sales and showmanship. The art of compliance or the art of deception. Now, you don't have to use that deception for evil. You could use it to entertain. But that is a fantastic beginning to a song right there. Very cool.
Quarter volunteer, pull a quarter at his ear in a recession. Pull a rabbit from a Stetson as a rapper, though it's basically the same exact profession. Watch, con artists give a fuck who the mark is, whether gorgeous or New Yorkers through the eye of Diane Arbus. No outstanding warrants, nothing up his sleeve. I need you feeling weak and needing something to believe. I need you feeling freakish, that's when I really flourish. I wake up in a sword box, I brush my teeth with bullets underneath some cosmic retrograde where patsies get their signals flipped. Hold on to your crystal pouch, step up to the thimble rig. And for my next trick, I'll make a dollar bill, climb up out your wallet, disappear and reappear inside my pocket. I never really do these things twice, but if y'all ask nice, I just might. If y'all ask nice, I just might. If y'all ask nice, I just might. Go scarves and a wands and a flowers of our common sense. I'm all heart. Rib cage housing a Svengali deck.
Well, all of these incredible vocal gymnastics to me in Sword Box represent the grift. From the magician on stage to the rapper selling to everybody to the con man knowing their mark, as was said. Right? I don't think I made that one up. I think I heard that. The if you've been around the channel long enough, there's completely insane Rollen ranting that would match up with this moment. I mean, Ange and I, outside of reactions, we talk about this all the time because there's a formula to the reaction game. Just like massive, you get to be cornholed by the devil success in the mainstream signed artists, there's also, the opposite side. You don't have to follow the formula. You can have snot shooting, googly-eyed, weird-ass fonts covering up some of the deepest, coolest, it's like fucking lyrical Circus du Soleil in this bitch. Okay, that was good. That one came out good. I'm taking a moment to reflect. And we're petting dog. Dog's been, he's been here. He likes these long ones because he's been getting like non-stop attention. He's really spoiled. But my main takeaway is if I'm listening to a song about it, it's all a fucking hustle. It don't matter. You got to get yours. So I'm not saying it's wrong. But acknowledging it is also a very powerful tool.
Y'all last nice, I just might go scarves and a wands and a flowers of our common sense. I'm all heart. Rib cage housing a Svengali deck. Pick a card, tricky, turn a Vic into a bobblehead. Absconders and the clingers on, Klingons and the Romulans. Saw myself in pieces for purveyors that are strange. Put the pieces back together, though I'm never quite the same. We undermine the infantry with trickery that range. From weighted dice to blow up dolls up in the carpool lane. I'm charcoal with the art school lanes. I'm skateboarding with Heshers. Seen scepters shaped like feather pens and 57 vendors. Carving knives and camera parts and canvas over stretchers. And whatever make the project in the cellar go excelsior. At the whim of older bones that magically predict the weather. He like a Zion with pinch of pepper. The nerd rage, scurry out a collapsible bird cage. Ace in the palm at the workplace, jerk face.
Oof! And then it actually gave me a what is that? Christian Bale, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. But it's really Alfred. I can't think of his damn it right now. Him doing the whole explaining to the kid, to the bird. Oh wow, there's some good pop culture. I'm pretty sure it's in there. No, there's an actual thing too, right? I mean, how long were they gonna kill birds for entertainment before getting caught? This is fire. And then it sounded like after the first part, what I thought the first part was what it was, but then it seemed like it was a personal reflection on being outside of that system and, collecting a bunch of art house kids and other people and outsiders to thrive on instead. And then if you're telling them up front, maybe you can create actual, an enlightened fan base and then not always getting taken in the grift. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm really personalizing this whole experience for sure.
At the whim of older bones that magically predict the weather. He like a Zion with pinch of pepper. The nerd rage, scurry out a collapsible bird cage. Ace in the palm at the workplace, jerk face.
Yeah, see,
and for my next trick, I'll make a dollar bill, climb up out your wallet, disappear and reappear inside my pocket. I never really do these things twice, but if y'all ask nice, I just might. 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 If y'all ask nice, I just might.
Wow, that degrading pace, whatever you want to call it, however the way it descended down and got creepier and weirder and like a record dying out on you while the needle's still on the vinyl. Uh, I don't always remember what thing I told where. You know, I'm pretty sure all over the channel I admitted I got, an interesting past, a checkered, did some problems, got the token and 12-step book right there shining in my videos just in case I need reminding. And this comes together with the lyrical content, the sword box there, and the magician part. And I've had opportunities in my life. And you can take it for whatever you think it's worth. I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. But I rigged for a magician for a summer. And it came to an end quickly because instead of rigging and getting bigger shows, I relapsed. and then I kind of went. I limited my, let's say, entertainment exposure to entertainers. But the magician was fire. I bring this all up because in the deception side, this song hit really close to home because so the first trick, get you a drink, a woo and a wow, a tip maybe. 2-3 tricks, you're leaving with someone. You got a new helper for the evening. Whole bag of tricks. You're working the bar like a rock star. And by that point in the whole deal, there's also one person who thinks you're the devil incarnate and 3 people that are, looking to jump you when you leave the club. I rigged gags and watched crowd control because I met the guy. Because just like this song, painting truths, right, in Sandbox there, painting some truths about how it all works, I wouldn't get out of his blind spot. So when I met him, we were just drinking on the street, and he was working it for tips outside this bar, Indian bar, on Nicollet Avenue. Right before, I don't know if it's there anymore. I actually was living down in the area. I lived in Uptown. No building. I loved it. It was cool. And I only say that because of the local flavor to I think Rhyme Sayers. Aren't they? Some of that stuff's out of the Twin Cities, isn't it? Some of these artists I thought were out of. I could be wrong too. I totally could be wrong. But my point being is I wouldn't leave his blind spot. So we ended up hooking up because I was like, I just wanted to see what was going on. I knew from that angle he couldn't do his tricks no more. Is that wrong? Or is it being ahead of the curve? I didn't want to be entertained. I wanted to be educated. I think that's what that sword box tune does, is educates. 40 minutes, we'll split this up into 2, but I'm going to keep going.